Hi, my name's Elise and welcome to the floor work. Now, in this section, it's essential that we learn how to work the abdominals not only correctly, but most effectively. Now, I guarantee that if you take these exercises and work them to their best potential, your abdominals are going to get firmer and flatter and work in the way that they're supposed to work without ever disrupting them or allowing the muscles to build in the wrong direction. Now, what I'd like you to do is come down onto all fours. If you're at home and you're not on a soft surface, please make sure you grab yourself a towel or a mat or something that will protect your knees. What we're going to do is take an all-four position or a tabletop position. The knees are underneath the hips and the hands are underneath the shoulders. So you need to watch that distance that we have underneath, hence why I'm calling it a tabletop. Sometimes here is going to put excessive strain on your hips and not necessarily work your abdominals the way that I would like you to. So, tabletop position, think about being a table, okay? If you get tension in your wrists and you need to, take a rest, relax them and come back and join me whenever you can. Ultimately though, what I'd like you to do is just soften the elbows slightly. And if you notice the difference between an extended elbow, where the weight's directly pushing down into the wrist, and a soft elbow, you'll find that the muscle just going into the chest will actually tighten up and help stabilize your position. So that's where we're going to start. We're then going to focus on drawing the abdominals in navel to spine. So I'm going to do nothing more except breathing and ask you to pull your stomach in so we can feel what the abdominal does when it's working against gravity. Okay, so if there's no tension there, it'll just hang down. What I'd like you to do for me is take a breath in, and as you breathe out, scoop your abdominals in navel to spine, similar to when we were standing up and we pretended that we had those jeans on. They were a little bit too tight and we had to pull the abdominals in. Same thing here. You should be able to talk and breathe and hold this position for around about a minute, okay? So what I'm trying to say to you is don't hold it too tight, but hold it enough so that you know the position is pulled in and you're aware of that the whole time through. Release the abs. Let's do that again. Take a breath in, breathe out, pull the abdominals up nice and tight. Make sure the shoulders are not too rounded, so extend the neckline. Make sure you have equal distance between your earlobes and your neck. And release. We're going to test this by adding a balance. You're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to pull the abdominals in. You're going to take away the hand nearest towards me, just 1 inch from the floor. What I'd like you to do is have an imaginary line from your nose down to the mat. You're not going to cross that line. Replace the hand down and rest. Did you notice how the abdominals had to do a little bit of extra work to try and support the loss of that one arm? Take a breath in. Breathe out, pull the abdominals in. And this time the opposite hand just comes away 1 inch. Keep thinking about your center, staying fixed at the same point. Take it down. Take a breath in. Harder this time. We breathe out. Take the right hand away and the left knee. Now you should really feel your stomach have to go pow. The power in the stomach is drawing back towards your spine. You're making sure the weight has not shifted over onto that supporting leg and down. Now you might only be able to do that briefly for a few seconds. Over time, the more you practice, the more you can increase the length of time you spend in this position. The other side. Breathe out. So this is really good, for preparing your abdominals for the work that's going to come, but also to test yourself that your weight is actually central and the abdominals are doing the work that they need to support this position. Take it down. If you need to, we take a little rest to recover. Okay, so moving on from here, we're back in tabletop position. Shoulder blades back and down. With the back of the neck, I'm going to suggest to you that you try and bring the neck back so that it's in line with your collar. What do I mean by that? I mean head's not dropped down, but lifted up. The base of your back I don't want to be sunk, so I'd like you to imagine you could balance a vase of water or flowers on your back. We're trying to keep the shoulders and the hips level at all times. We take a breath in. Breathe out, extend one leg back. Don't let those flowers fall off your back. Breathe in, and then slowly bring it back. Other side, we breathe out as we tighten the abdominals, lengthen and extend. and then slowly back. And again, breathe out now. Extend that leg. Imagine someone's playing tug of war on your ankle. Okay? So they grab, they extend. You're trying not to change that perfect frame that you have. As we develop this, we start to slide away the opposite arm and then bring it slowly back. So that tug of war has now become on the ankle and on the wrist. And back. And we do that again each side. So really carefully, you're thinking about each placement of the hand, of the knee, of the extension. Not necessarily the lift, think more about the extension. Great. From here, slowly and carefully get yourself down on the floor how you feel comfortable. I'm going to suggest taking the hands wider, pulling the abdominals in, bending through the elbows, and then taking the hands so you can rest the forehead on the hands. I'm going to keep my head facing towards you so you can hear me. We're just going to do a little bit more for the abdominals, which guarantees to pull your abdominals inwards. Again with the breathing. I'm just going to lift up slightly here so you can see the abdominal muscles work. I take a breath in and breathe out and pull my abdominal muscles up. I breathe into hold and then breathe out and let my abdominals relax back down with gravity. Take a breath in. Breathe out, pull the abdominal muscles up. Breathe into hold and breathe out and relax. There is no tension going through the rest of my body. It's all being focused on the abdominals or the center. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, imagine you have just tightened your belt on that last notch that you have never gone to before. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull the abdominals in. Breathe in and hold. And relax. Well done. Now you can repeat that as many times as you want to, or you can change the position slightly so that you bring it onto your elbows. I'm going to do exactly the same. You have to be aware here that you don't get too much tension in the shoulders. This is the last part that we're going to do based upon pulling the abdominals navel to spine against gravity. We take a breath in. Breathe out. Pull the abdominals up and in. Breathe into hold and then release. Breathe in. Breathe out, pull the abdominals up and in, into hold, and out, release. Take a breath in, breathe out, pull the abdominals in. This time, can you continue breathing? Continue breathing. So what you've got to do is keep thinking about that muscle, keep thinking about pulling it in and not releasing the tension. I'm going to ask you to tuck the toes underneath, keep pulling the abdominals in. We're nearly there, we're nearly there. We're going to scoop the abdominals in. We're going to take the weight into the knees and slightly more into the elbows. Keep pulling the abdominals in. Keep pulling the abdominals in. Keep thinking, keep reinforcing, and keep holding. Now just breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly back down. And then completely rest. Now let's just stretch the abdominals. Take the hands wider, push up and back, and release. If you want to repeat that again, you may do so. But bear in mind, in the beginning, it may literally be seconds that you can manage that balance for, which was a half plank that we took it into. And then over time, you may be able to repeat that 10, 20, 30 seconds and repeat it a few more times. Make sure you're doing it correctly, because it's the only way that you're going to get flatter, firmer abdominals. Well done.